Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes of all time, having such diverse powers, genius level intellect, and a heart of gold. There's a reason why they call him amazing. Today I wanted to talk about a stunning scene I came across that really touched my heart. Let's take a look at it and see what goes down.
I can hear the scream starting again even as I hang up the phone. And I know it's him, drawing me out again. And I think, am I that predictable?
So to provide some context, this is actually a fan animation from the comic book The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2 number 30, which is a great read. I highly recommend it to anyone who is a big fan of Spider-Man. Anyways, back to the scene. Spider-Man is currently in the middle of fighting a foe by the name of Morlun. Who is this guy, you might ask? Morlun is a powerful Marvel Comics villain and a major adversary of Spider-Man. He is an immortal, vampiric energy absorber who belongs to a family of interdimensional predators called the Inheritors. He hunts animal-themed totems across the multiverse, with spider totems being his favorite prey. So yeah, this guy is the real deal, an Avengers-level threat, some might say. We can hear Peter say, "I can hear the screams again as soon as I hang up the phone." Morlun knows that Spider-Man is a hero and will do whatever it takes to protect innocent people, meaning the best way to lure him out is to cause as much chaos in the city as possible.
I'm tired. I've been fighting this guy for nearly 12 hours straight. I haven't had anything to eat or drink. And he's not even tired.
As the scene goes on, we can hear Peter say that he is exhausted. He's been fighting Morlun for almost 12 hours straight. He is completely out of energy and just wants to go home and rest. Spider-Man usually takes it easy during his fights, joking around with the villains and playing it cool, but this time he's facing someone that's so powerful, he's going all out, no holding back, and he's still having a hard time keeping up.
But I am. I'm hurt, and I'm tired, and I want to go home, and I want to sleep, and I don't want to be here, and I think, can I let this one go? Can I let it be someone else's problem? Just for a minute, so I can rest. No, I can't. But I wish I could. God, but I wish I could.
What an incredible scene, pure cinema. Before I carry on talking about this, I wanted to give credit to everyone involved in that animation. The voice actors, the editors, everything about this is flawless, so big props to you guys. The final segment of this scene is what truly defines Spider-Man as the perfect hero. He has no energy left and is ready to give up. His job protecting the city is not mandatory. He voluntarily does it because he knows that is the right thing to do. And right before he's about to quit, he gets a flashback of the last time he let a villain get away with their crimes. It caused his beloved uncle to lose his life. The pain he felt at that moment was so strong, it caused him to become a superhero. He never wants to feel that pain ever again, and for no one else to go through what he went through. So he regains his focus, shoots a web out, and is ready for action again. Now that we know what's going on in this scene, let's do a full analysis on why it's so spectacular. Spider-Man has fought aliens, gods, symbiotes, the Sinister Six. He's saved New York more times than anyone can count. But none of those moments define Peter Parker quite like two simple words: I'm tired. At first glance, this scene looks like a superhero admitting defeat, but that's not what this scene is about. It's about the weight of responsibility. It's about burnout, and most importantly, it's about why Peter Parker keeps getting back up even when every logical part of him is begging him to stay down. Today I wanted to break down why this might be the greatest Spider-Man scene ever written. One of the first things you notice is how little action actually happens. This is the climax of Peter's battle with Morlun, a villain so powerful that every previous strategy has failed. Spider-Man isn't making jokes anymore. He's not swinging triumphantly across Manhattan. He's barely standing. That choice is incredibly important. Most superhero comics save their emotional climax for after the fight. Here, the emotional climax is the fight. The punches aren't the point. Peter's internal dialogue is, Because Moreland isn't simply stronger than Spider-Man. He's stronger than Peter believes he can overcome. For the first time in a long time, Spider-Man looks human, not because he's bleeding, not because he's injured, but because he's exhausted. When Peter says he's tired, he isn't simply talking about sleep. He's talking about 20 years of sacrifice. Think about everything Peter Parker has lost. Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, relationships, jobs, money, time. Every time life starts to improve, something drags him back into being Spider-Man. That's why this line resonates so deeply, because it isn't a superhero complaining. It's a person admitting they're carrying more than anyone should. This is a burnout before burnout became a mainstream conversation. He's emotionally exhausted, mentally exhausted, spiritually exhausted. He's asking the question so many people ask in real life: how much longer can I keep doing this? That's what makes this scene timeless. Even readers who have never put on a mask understand that feeling. The genius of the writing is that Moreland isn't simply another bad guy. He's an idea. Throughout the story, Moreland is unstoppable. He doesn't hate Peter. He isn't trying to conquer the world. He's simply inevitable. Every attack fails. Every escape fails. Every plan fails. Moreland represents the problem in life that you can't outsmart: grief, debt, illness, depression, responsibility. Eventually, everyone meets something that they can't simply punch away, and that's why Peter's response matters. He doesn't discover a hidden power. He doesn't unlock a new transformation. He doesn't suddenly become stronger. He simply decides to keep going. Most superheroes are defined by their victories. Spider-Man is defined by his endurance. Batman prepares, Superman overpowers, Captain America inspires. Spider-Man, he survives. That's a huge difference. His greatest strength has never been his spider sense, or his web shooters, or even his proportional strength. It's resilience. Every Spider-Man story asks the same question: how much can one person take before they finally give up? And every great Spider-Man story gives the same answer: more than you think. Because Peter doesn't continue because it's easy. He continues because someone has to. Notice how Peter gradually occupies less space on the page. His body curls inward, his shoulders slump. Even before he speaks, you can see exhaustion. The heavy shadows make him feel weighted down, and the backgrounds become simpler. The focus narrows entirely onto Peter. There's nowhere to escape, no visual distractions, just one broken man trying to find one more reason to keep standing. Even the pacing slows dramatically. Instead of explosive action, we're given silence. And silence forces readers to sit with Peter's emotions. That's something comics can do incredibly well. The empty space between panels become emotional breathing room. Everyone knows Spider-Man because of one quote: "With great power comes great responsibility." But this scene shows what responsibility actually costs. Responsibility isn't inspiring. Most days, it's exhausting. Responsibility means showing up when no one notices, helping people who may never thank you, making sacrifices that nobody understands. Peter doesn't wear the mask because he enjoys suffering. He wears it because he knows what happens if he doesn't. That's what separates heroes from everyone else. Not courage, not strength, choice. Every single day, Peter chooses responsibility over comfort, again and again and again. That's why this scene has lasted for decades. Not because Spider-Man wins, not because Moreland is an incredible villain, not because of the spectacular action. It's remembered because Peter finally says what every reader has felt at some point: I'm tired. But here's the important part. He doesn't stop there. He keeps moving. Spider-Man has always represented hope. Not the hope that life gets easier, but the hope that even when life becomes unbearable, you could still choose to stand up one more time. And maybe that's the real superpower. Once again, massive props to the creators of this animation. They really chose such a brilliant scene to bring to life and to show to more people. I actually discovered this scene from Instagram when I was scrolling through Reels. Then I searched up the original video and then watched the full comic read aloud. And wow, I'm so glad I came across it because this scene, perfection. The writers definitely cooked with this one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, consider subscribing. I love analyzing the moments in comics and film that reveal why these characters have endured for generations. If there's another Spider-Man scene you'd like me to explore, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.